everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at another 1/6 scale figure. This is the Punisher from Hot Toys. This figure was released in 2017, and this Punisher is actually from the Daredevil show season 2 on Netflix. So it's actually not from the actual Punisher show. He is actually from, as you saw in the front right there, from Daredevil season 2 when he first appears. And this is considering the fact through season 2 he doesn't really get his whole Punisher outfit till the end. So this is more towards the end of it. As you can see here on the back of it, you know, you got the Punisher, you got the copyright and the warnings. We'll take this down and actually get a better view of the box. But right now we're just getting a good 360 view of the box here. I'm not exactly too sure what that is. I know it's Braille, but I'm pretty sure it actually says the Punisher in Braille, and I haven't seen any other figures like that yet. So right now, what we're gonna do next, now that we got a good 360 view of the back of the box, we're gonna stop that, put this to the side, unhook this, and put this to the side, and then just move this out the way for a little bit until we got the figure, and we'll bring them back out again. There we go. So here it is, the box. So I don't know about this box. It's nice, but it's not. And the reason I say that, because this is actually, it's not even a real picture of John Bernthal. You know, it's not him. It's not the Punisher. It's the picture of the toy, and they just put it on the box. You know, as opposed to some of the, you know, the Harley Quinn ones that I did, the Joker ones. They had some nice artwork on the box. This is kind of like they got a picture of the face of the toy and just kind of posted it on there. Marvel, Daredevil. It doesn't even say the Punisher anywhere on the front of the box. And then you got the Braille right here, you know, and it says TMS, I believe that's 004 1/6 scale collectible figure, Hot Toys. So initially looking at this, you wouldn't even know that this is the Punisher, you know what I mean? So I don't know, that's a little bit weird to me. Now on the side right here, you do get where it says the Punisher, again, the TMS 004 1/6 scale collectible figure, and then right here on Braille again. And right here, like I said before, this is the, you know, the warning, the choke hazards, the barcode and things like that. On this side, this is the same as the other side where it says the Punisher and all that again. The top of it is where you do finally see, you know, Marvel's Daredevil, the Punisher. And then again, the TMS 004 1/6 scale collectible figure. Now this figure is, as of right now, I'm sorry, and before I go any further, it just says Daredevil at the bottom. Now, as of when I'm making this video, it's probably going to be posted a few weeks afterwards. But at the, you know, by the time it goes up, and you know, a few weeks after it gets posted, still at that time, this figure is very, very hard to find. It's a very nice collectible figure to get if you can get your hands on it. If you can find one, they're very pricey. And what I mean by that, like, when Hot Toys are only roughly about $250, you know, give or take. You know, some of the bigger ones, like, you know, like there's a couple Thanos out there, they're like almost $500, and then there's some Iron Man that they're you know, pretty much made out, they call it die cast, pretty much made out of metal, and those go up there, you know, $400 or $500. But most Hot Toys are about $250, and that's what this figure came out when it first came out, was about $250. Now, if you can find one and somebody's selling it, you won't find it less than anywhere between, you know, $500, $600, $700, which is crazy. So this is a very collectible figure to have, because there has not been a Punisher since, I believe, Thomas Jane's Punisher. And then I don't think Hot Toys came out with a Thomas Jane Punisher, but I do believe there's a 1/6 scale one. So it's maybe something you want to look into, maybe not, but that's all I'm pretty sure if you can find this brand new, unsealed, not, you know, or, you know, not opened, that's gonna run you a lot of money. So be careful with that. Just make sure you know what you're getting. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this off the box, the sleeve here. So I gotta put it sideways because my light box isn't that big. Oh, there we go. There you go. So see, this is how I'm actually used to seeing my 1/6 scale figures, where you take off the sleeve and you can see this. Unlike the Harley Quinn Punisher ones, I'm sorry, not the Punisher, Harley Quinn Joker and the Batman ones I did, where they kind of opened right here too. That was a little bit weird to me because I wasn't used to this. I'm used to this right here. Now I do believe this figure came. Did it come? No, I'm pretty sure this one didn't have an exclusive. Some figures, when they have, like, for example, the last Harley Quinn that I did, her exclusive was she came with the big hammer as well, not just the bat, but her exclusive was that she came with the hammer. So, and continuing to open this box here. Oh, sorry, here we go. I apologize that I have to put it sideways. In the light box, there we go. Just remove this out the way. So I did get this used on eBay, I believe. So excuse me, this is part of the accessories, and I'll go over it. But I do want to show you this is open already, and here's the whole plastic and shell, everything that comes with. So there you go. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get the figure, get them on the turntable, and just get a good 360 view of the figure. Alrighty, folks. So here is Jon Bernthal's Punisher, getting a good 360 view of the figure. Now this is another figure that it comes with the coat, like the purple coat Joker, that when we do the close-up of the figure, you'll see that it kind of stained the skin, which is unfortunate. It's not as bad as the purple, but you'll still kind of be able to tell. This is actually a great figure. Just overall, I think it would have been nice if it came with a different head sculpt. I knew it was going to fall over again. I apologize. I actually caught him right at the end too. I really wish he could have came with a different head sculpt. And what I mean by that is, you look at all his clothes, you look at his his chest, or maybe his vest, and his coat, and it doesn't look that dirty. But then you look at his face, and he has a big old punch on his face. It would have been nice to just give him a good clean face, because he has a good clean accessories on him. His vest is clean, his pants are clean, his coat's clean. So it would have been nice if they would have added, I'm sorry, I have my hand close right here just in case he wants to tip over again. His legs joints kind of very loose, and so he wants to tend to tip over, but overall it's a great figure. One of them that I'm probably not going to get rid of anytime soon, because I am a big fan of the Punisher. So anyway, so here he is. What we're going to do next now is take a look at everything that this figure comes with. Alrighty, folks, so as you can see here, he does come with quite a few things. Some of them do and some of them don't. It's just kind of a hit and miss. You're never really going to know what character comes with what. I mean, yeah, you get good previews of the figures before their release date, but they're all prototypes, and maybe they're going to take away some, they're going to add some, who knows. So it kind of sucks that you'll never really know what the figure's going to come with. And the bad thing is, it's just not knowing what the figure's going to come with is you won't be able to be like, oh, I'm going to pose them with this figure, I'm going to pose them this way. But the good thing is, if you don't know, then you can always be surprised, right? So anyway, so obviously most figures come, if not all, come with the instructions. The instructions really tell you pretty much how to take off, the pegs, the hand, put on and on the jacket, how far you're supposed to do the, like, as far as stretching the pants, if you go further than this, it might break, how to put the bullets on the minigun, just things like that, just little things that are kind of, you're supposed to know how to do if you're a collector, but if you're having trouble, that's what they're there for. So it comes with these pieces. These actually come with this in the plastic bag, as you've seen in most of my other ones, but I'll go over that here shortly. Give me 1 second. So let's put that here. So this one does come with the backdrop. I just don't really like, I'm gonna actually show you a it comes with a nice backdrop. I just don't like it because it says Daredevil. And yeah, I get it. He's from the Daredevil show, but this is the Punisher from Daredevil. It should have been, Punisher. The Marvel Daredevil is smaller, and then Punisher really big. And then, like, I don't know. I just don't like this backdrop at all. It's not for me. That's why I don't display it with the figure. And then it comes with the pieces. Like I said, I bought this one used already, so it comes with these pieces already. It looks like the guy that previously had it before me, he actually did display it with that, and that's just not for me. So I don't use the display thing at all. And it's not that it's not just because I don't like this display for this figure, I'm not going to display it. It's just the way I have my figures set up. They won't fit good with the backdrop, you know what I mean? So anyway, so the next thing that I'm going to show you is it does come like with the other figure, a few extra pegs for the hands, because for some reason the pegs on the hands, they tend to break fairly easy. And they know that, and instead of fixing the problem, through the manufacturer, they're like, hey, we know these are going to break, just send them new ones. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, so going on to that. So, like every other figure, he does come with the base. This one is the rectangular one, which I kind of like because it looks like it's on the street. You got the rough part right here, and then you got kind of like the softer. It's actually almost like a shiny soft, and this is like where it has like the rough edges to it. It almost looks, how can I explain it? It almost probably looks like a tile. Like maybe this is tile, and then this is all roughed up, or I don't know, maybe the other way around. He's on the street, and I don't know why this would be shiny. So I really don't know how this would work. But he does come with this. The bottom part says Marvel 2017 Hot Toys Limited. Yeah, this was a limited run. The only thing I don't like about this, again, it says Marvel Daredevil. There you go. I don't like that. I really, really wish it said Punisher, because they made a Daredevil figure. And, you would think, hey, you know what? We're not going to make a Daredevil, then we get it. This is from the Daredevil show, because they want to put it out there. But they made a Daredevil from the show. So now this one says Daredevil, and the other one says Daredevil, when this one could have said Punisher. And don't get me wrong, yeah, I know I can probably get this remade and, where it says a Punisher, but why should I have to do all that? So that's a really big miss for Hot Toys right there on that. And then let's go ahead and just go over the hands real quickly, because it's going to take up most of the time. So we'll go over the one that's open here. Now, on his hands, they really, really did a good job on the paint application. You can actually tell they actually did, spend some time on it. Like most of the time, when you get some extra hands, you'll see that like, as soon as they get casted off from the plastic, they're just kind of like done. They set it to the side, but you can actually tell they put in some work on the paint detail aspect of this figure. Now, all of his hands are the same. I mean, they're obviously, I'll go over what they're doing, but all of his hands are the same, all painted nicely. They all do not have no blood or anything whatsoever, which, like I said, begs a difference. Why is his face, cut up? I mean, yeah, I get it. His face gets cut up here and there because he's always getting into fights. But he's clean cut sometimes, and it looks like his hand doesn't have any cuts because he doesn't have any bruises. He wasn't in a fight or anything. So see what I'm saying? But yeah, so okay, so he comes with two kind of open hands. I don't really know what these would be like if he was. I mean, they're not relaxed hands, because these are more relaxed hands. These are just kind of like open, angry. Like he's putting them next to his, his face about to shout. I don't know what these are for. That's why I don't use them on my figure. These are two kind of more relaxed hands by his side, You can see there. This one's actually probably for, I actually think it's for one of his, it's either holding the sniper, the gun, or the minigun, which we'll go over here shortly. But I think that's a holding one, actually. He has two closed fist ones completely. Fisticuffs, and then two open fist ones. There we go. And then I think the ones that I have on him is the other one of this one, and then I believe I have the other one of this one on him right now, because I had him holding the sniper. So we're gonna set all this aside now. Okay. The next thing we'll talk about is this coat. Now this. It's supposed to be leather, but it doesn't feel like leather. It feels very much like a fake leather. And then he's got the inside stuff that I was telling you about that, inks the plastic of the character. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, this jacket's nice. It fits the character very well. It's easy to put on, but there's no wiring at the bottom. Actually, I just took my words back. There's wiring here at the bottom, but there's no wiring here, and there's no wiring up here. So when you have it on him, it's just, you can kind of move around the jacket, but not as much. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate the end of the jacket though, because towards the end of the movie, you do, or I'm sorry, not the movie, the show of season 2 of Daredevil, you do see him with that jacket, and it's nice that he has it. So next thing we'll go over, I guess, is, so one thing I did not do is actually go in and see what sniper guns he had with him. I just said he had a sniper. This is a sniper. So one thing that I actually kind of noticed, I don't know if you guys remember, but I did a review of a Mezco 112 Punisher. That Punisher and this Punisher are almost exactly identical, except I don't think the other one has the Daredevil helmet that we'll talk about here shortly. And I do believe the other one didn't have a sniper. I don't know, that would actually have to be something that I would really have to like look into. But from what I've been seeing, the Mezco 112 and the Hot Toys figures that they've been doing, they've been coming out with almost similar figures. So if you really want to know what this one, what this sniper is, maybe I can look it up real quickly. I'm not going to take as long as last time, because that thing took me forever. And when I rewatched the video, it was awful. So, as far as, let's see, revolver, shotgun, rifle, I do believe this is a Baron Amrad. Let me see if it yeah, it's the Baron Amrad. So I do believe it's season 2, episode 13 of Daredevil. I apologize. It's called A Cold Day in Hell's Kitchen. Frank is seen with the Barrett right here. This is the Barrett Amrad, and I actually really like this. Now I can't say why I like it too much. Just considering the fact. What I mean by that is it's casted in plastic, so when you cast something in plastic, you see the details very nicely. But I do like that you have the little bit of silver right here. You have this silver part right here as well to cock the bullets, that you can actually do that. You have the silver on the scope. You can move the scope up, and then you can take the scope off. I really like that. And on top of all that, you can actually take the clip off, and you can see the bullets in there. Oops. What are you doing? That's why I don't like looking through this to the camera, because I can't do it. There we go. There we go. And then on top of that, it actually folds right here as well. I think this gun is so... That's why I actually had him with this sniper rifle, because it's just so nice. Look at that. You can actually see the muzzle brake over, up here, the holes and stuff right there. On the scope, I don't know. No, you can't. I'm actually looking through it, and you can't see through it. So, yeah, he does come with the Barrett Amrad sniper. And then I do believe the other one he comes with, give me a second, it's right here. I just got it real quickly. So this is the Smith & Wesson Model 327 Performance Center TRR8. Now the other one I don't have to look up. It's just called a minigun. It's not but this is I just hit the light box. This is a Smith & Wesson 350. What was it? Yes. If you could just rewind it, and all you guys will see. But this is also very nicely done. It's made, it's detailed nicely with the silver hammer right there, the silver trigger, and it's just very nicely done. It looks exactly like the gun itself. The barrel comes down here, not the barrel, but the rotating cylinder right here comes down. Unfortunately, this gun is not supposed to have that many bullets. See that? And that's one thing that I noticed that I didn't really like. So, it does come with that revolver. It does come with the sheath, which is not leather or anything. It looks just cheap. It almost feels like it's going to rip. but it does fit his K-bar knife very, very nicely, which I'm not going to put in there because I'm not going to mess with it. I don't want to actually rip this, but it does come with the sheath, and it looks very cheap, but he does come with his K-bar, his trusted best friend K-bar, which is very nicely done, very nicely detailed. The silver on the, where the blade, and you got the little indentation up top right here, and then the brown right here on the handle is it's just amazing. This is one of the better detailed weapons that he has. I'm sorry, not the last thing. The other weapon he comes with is a minigun. Now, I can't tell you what kind of minigun this is. I can't tell you the features of it. I've never even used a minigun in my life. Most other guns I've never really used, but I know what they are because I know what they look like. This is the new one for me. So, it does come with the barrels. I don't believe, I do. It turns a little bit. I don't want to, keep pushing it, but it does turn a little bit. Trigger doesn't work. He does have, some wiring back here, which makes it look nice because this is kind of like, you can almost gunmetal. You can see the wiring right here. I just don't want to move it too much or do anything much to it because I don't know how it's supposed to work or anything like that. So I'm not going to really play with it. But this piece right here, you see those two little pins? That is meant for this. These are the bullets. And they peg in just like so. Now you got that hanging down. And what I really like about this is I believe in the Mexico 112 Punisher I had, it also comes with this, just exactly like this. It's the exact setup, except this is really made out of plastic. And so sometimes you have to really heat it up, and not heat it up, just kind of warm it up to kind of, mess around with this. Because if not, when I first got it and I had it on the figure, it was like how are the bullets even doing that? And I like that it's heavy. It's kind of down here like that. And, it works. It really works. And so I'm going to take that off right now. And the last thing I want to talk about this figure, because he does come with a lot, and this section's getting kind of long. He does come with the Punisher helmet. I don't ever really remember him holding the Punisher helmet. Or I'm sorry, not the Punisher, the Daredevil helmet. Wow. I don't ever really remember him holding the Daredevil helmet. I know he shoots them. You can see the shot, the break right there when he gets his fix up. I just don't ever remember him holding it, having it for some reason. I need to rewatch it. Maybe I'm wrong. The one thing I do want to say is, so you're probably going to have this Punisher with the Daredevil. This helmet, you can't have the head sculpt, the actual head without the helmet, head sculpt like the Charlie Cox helmet or head sculpt on the Punisher. I'm sorry, on the Daredevil, and put this one on because it won't work. It won't fit. It's a lot smaller. So this is everything that this figure comes with. Now what we're gonna do is get rid of all this stuff and set it to the side and bring out the figure and just take a closer look. Alrighty, folks. So here he is, the Punisher, Frank Castle, Jon Bernthal. So I knew that was going to come off. So one thing I want to say out from the very beginning, there we go, is I don't like the way his shoulders are. I think they stick out too much. I think they should be more down. They're kind of making them look like, he's all buffed up. And don't get me wrong, he's buff, but it's like this is too much for me. And that's just me personally. Maybe his vest has something to do with it. I don't know. But starting from, we'll go from the top, top to bottom. We'll go right here. What do you guys think? Is that a good head sculpt for Jon Bernthal? Does that look like Jon Bernthal to you guys? Me personally, I think it's one of the better head sculpts. I was going to say one of the better Jon Bernthal head sculpts that I've seen. Then again, this is the only officially licensed one that I've seen. And what I mean officially licensed, there's been other head sculpts out there that are not from Hot Toys, which is an official license. They're from a third party. So, I don't know. I think this is an amazing look-alike of Jon Bernthal, the Punisher. And so, yeah, the only thing, like I said, I don't like is that they should have included another head sculpt without that right there. I mean, yeah, we know Punisher for getting into brutal fights and having, blood, and it's scars and cuts on his face, but it looks like he hasn't been in a fight yet with he has no knuckling, bruising, no cuts on his arms. His vest is not even damaged yet. There's no dirtiness to him yet. He has that cut already. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. But the hair is molded. It's not mixed media. Nice little soldier cut that he always gets. And going down, he has a nice vest on there. This vest really makes the Punisher stick out more than anything. Oh Jesus, I apologize. I'm holding it with one hand. Maybe, there we go. I can set this down now. So, you know, the undershirt right here is just a small little, simple, it feels like an Under Armour shirt. And then on top of that, he has the nice vest on, which the details on this vest is just something else. It looks exactly like the vest that he wears. Like, there's nothing that's, oh, that's not supposed to be there. Why did they add that? This looks exactly like the vest. I really like that. They really went out of the way to make, you know, to make the vest look exactly like from the show. You know, you got the, you know, the holes there for, you know, extra shotgun shells. Same with down here. And, you know, obviously he never uses it, but that's what that's for. This is what got me right here. This piece. On the show, you always see that piece, but when you actually kind of try to look up the vest, that vest is custom made, so you're never going to find the exact one. But when you look them up, you never see a vest with these on. Like, when people even make them, they always don't put those little side pieces on. I think that really makes the vest stick out. And the back of it is also very nicely done. And you got the straps right there as well, and then you got the two back pieces right there as well too. Now, one thing that I did want to say about the jacket on his hands, arms, not really his hands, you can actually see the black dye more on his elbow, and then like right here as well. You can actually kind of see it more on this one. There you go. Look, you can actually see the black dye on this elbow and like right here. And that's one thing that I just didn't like. That's actually two figures that I've gotten so far that both have, you know, that kind of jacket to where that jacket, the dye starts coming off of it, and it starts kind of, you know, on the plastic, and it's almost impossible to take off now. Because if you start taking off this, you know, if you try to clean it with anything else, it's not on top of it. You taking off the dye, it's also going to take off the paint on the plastic, because this isn't how it was, you know, I believe this is painted. Now, I might be mistaken, but you're just going to ruin your figure even more. So that's unfortunately how I'm going to leave it, and I'm just going to, you know, leave it at that. You know, we all know that this happened now because this is a 2017 figure. This figure's been out for, you know, going on 5 years. So if you don't know by now, then you should by watching videos and reviews. Now, going down, you know, he has a nice tactical cargo pants right there. I don't know what kind of pants they are whatsoever, but I do believe, you know, they're tactical. They have nice cargo pants. Nothing, you know, too out of the ordinary. They almost look like the same exact pants that Deadshot was wearing. And same with the boots as well. He has these nice, you know, boots with the zippers. I seen these boots when I was in the military. We weren't allowed to use the boots with the zipper on the side because the Army doesn't allow that. These are more like Marine boots and Air Force boots. And obviously he was a Marine, so, you know, in the show, so, you know, he's wearing these boots. But I know these boots. I really like them. There's something about this figure, though. When I was talking about the Deadshot, like the boots on that, like right now the boots look nice, right? But like when you try to move it, these things kind of come up way too much, and like you can see the peg in there really bad. Look at that. Like, you have to get him to exactly where you want. It's like, oh, I want him right about there, and then sit him down, and then shove all this all the way down for him to even be able to stand up. Because if not, he does not stand up that well. Like, you guys seen, he's already tipped over a few times, and how to catch him. You know, it's a good thing he's, you know, he's not tipping over and going all the way to the ground. He's just from right here, you know. But like, man, like this guy is really, you know, his joints are very loose for some reason, and I'm trying to figure out a way how to fix that. The only thing I've been looking up and thinking about is maybe sticking him in a, you know, in the freezer, getting like maybe heating it up and then like an automatic freeze. But I think that's just gonna damage the plastic even more. So anyway, the last thing we're gonna do before I forget, because I was actually getting ready to forget, I'm gonna pull this back now, and we're gonna get a tape measure of this figure. Let's see, he's 12. He's not taller than that. He's 12 and 1/4 inches. So he's a tall figure. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is go over the figure's articulation. Alrighty, folks. So going over this figure's articulation, we're going to start from top to bottom. Excuse me. So he does have a peg at the base of his head and at the top of his neck. So he does have a 360 turn. He can go side to side and up and down, just a little bit. I do believe there's no movement at the base of the neck to his chest, so that's still. I don't know for sure. Here, give me a second. I should have probably checked this before off camera, but I do believe there's no butterfly joint. It is just the shoulder. So yeah, that thing that's just the shoulder. So he does have a 360 turn right there, you guys saw. He does go up to about there, which is actually what, huh? He goes up to about there. That's it. That's pushing it right there. Let's see. There we go. He does not have a double joint at the elbow. He just has a single joint, so you only get that 90-degree turn. And then he does have the 360 turn at the wrist and the up and down. You guys seen the ball joint. As far as his torso goes, there is a little bit of play on there in there, but not much, as you can see there. Just a little bit of play, and I'm kind of forcing it, but there is a little bit of play there. He does have 360 turn at the waist, but I think it's going to hinder it a lot. So you can go to about there and to about there. He does not have any side-to-side movement. Now, as far as his legs go, there we go. So I was kind of leaning forward, so I know I wasn't holding, like my elbows weren't keeping me up, so I was struggling a little bit there. Anyway, so the next one we're going to look at is his legs. So we'll just go with one. You kind of have to pull up the pants a little bit. You see right there like this, in order for it to, for it to get higher up. So with his pants pulled up, he goes up to about there. Now you have to kind of set him down into there because he hasn't. They're supposed to be in between his. There we go. There we go. They're supposed to be inside his boots. So actually I shouldn't have done that because I'm going to be moving that one a lot. So they both go up to about there. He does have a 360 turn at his thigh, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because you don't want his knee to be back here and things like that. So, but I do want you to know he does have a 360 turn starting from up there. It does feel like he does have a double bend. Oh, now that you guys can see it, he does have a double bend at the knees. You can see there. And then as far as his ankle goes, he has a lot of mobility at his ankle. You have to kind of pull this part up right here. And then after that, actually, hold on. Let's go like this. I'm going to set him down here so I can grab him better. So he does have a 360 at the ankle. He does have it where it goes quite downward and quite upward as well. And he has a kind of the side-to-side thing. So, for example, if you want it like this, you have to push it down as much as you can to kind of trying to, hide the joint. Now, if you want it, like, for example, sideways, it doesn't really work that well. Like, I don't really know about that. And so, I don't know. I don't know the why they did it the way they did on this figure, as far as the ankles and stuff goes. I do believe that the Deadshot one is better the way his boots are, but then again, it's a new figure, so, I'm not going to complain. So, there he is as far as articulation. Let me stand him up here. There we go. Oh, see? You see what I mean? Wow. He's getting ready to fall back. There we go. Alrighty, folks. So there he is one last time. The Punisher from the Punisher from Hot Toys, released in 2017 from the Netflix series Daredevil Season 2. I really do. Oh, before I go into that, I really excuse me. I really apologize. I'm not going to be doing a comparison with this figure. I know he's part of the MCU. But doing the comparison with him and like maybe the Joker or Harley Quinn or Batman, maybe I could have done one with with Deadshot. I don't know, but that would have been a little bit weird for me as well. Let me know what you guys think. I do plan on doing a few other ones, like a John Wick one, which that one also is not going to have another comparison one. So maybe I'll put that one with this one and do a comparison with either one, either one of them, just kind of put them up there so they have something to compare to. Now, with all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like and share it. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification. Also, I do ask that if you guys watch my videos, please watch them all the way through. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. With those of you that have been watching them all the way through, I do really appreciate it and thank you very much. All my new subscribers that that I gotten lately, thank you very much for your for the subscription and your support. I really do appreciate that. If you guys want an inside scoop before YouTube, I do have an Instagram. Head over there and give me a follow. I will be posting pictures of videos that I'm going to be posting on Sundays and Wednesdays. That's when I usually post. I don't have a usual time, but I do have specific days that I post, which is Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So head over there, give me a follow. I'll leave the link down in the description below. Now, with all that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.